Incompetence. It's your buddy Mike Messier. I want to have a little discussion about incompetence. And I know that this topic comes to my mind when I think of my friends in kind of the independent film industry and, the places I've come from, the places that I'm new to. And, when you make these independent films, for those of you that know this or don't know this, it could be other cliques or social circles. There are times when you work with different people and people gossip, they talk, they share stories and so forth. And you find out about people's reputations. You find out about their projects that they've finished, that they haven't finished, the people they've pissed off, that they haven't pissed off, the people they've made satisfied. A lot of times you hear about just the griping. You hear people just complain about other people they've worked with. And when you start to see a pattern of that, and certain people's names get mentioned as they get tossed around, people get very frustrated. They think this person's a jerk, or this person is not finishing something, or this person's ignoring my phone calls or my messages. People get very repetitive sometimes with their complaints about who they're working with, and I stop and I'll ask these fine folks, well, what's going on here? What do you think? And they, well, he's a jerk. He hasn't returned my phone calls. 2 years this project has been finished. 3 years this project hasn't been finished. I'm going to go shoot something else with him, and I hope he finishes earlier this time. So people go back to these wells that are serving them poisonous waters again and again, or it's just a series of complaints about the same individual. Now, who would these individuals be? Basically producers or directors, maybe an editor, cinematographer, someone who has tapes, someone who has the project, usually a film project that's been filmed, that hasn't been edited, or it's been edited poorly. And so there's a power dynamic between the actor or the person that wants the footage, wants the project complete, and the person who has the ability to finish that project, to make everybody happy. And so what it becomes is that the accusations start flying that the individual who's not finishing the project is a jerk or an asshole or something to that effect. But what I'm getting at is that perhaps that person is just plain old incompetent, meaning that they don't have the ability to do the job. They don't have the ability to finish the job. They are inept. And I find that insult or that statement is oftentimes, people don't want to just say that such and such is incompetent, or such and such is not able to finish. Instead, it becomes a series of other attacks. If you just say that someone is incompetent, basically means that they don't have the ability to do something, which in a way, I guess, is a stronger insult, but it's not really an insult if you think about it. It's just saying that they're not capable of finishing. They're not capable of doing it. So what happened with me, and I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to even illustrate the story to protect people. I'm going to leave this situation. But basically, let's see if we're still recording here, because this fucking asshole's f***ing me around. God, I hate people. You're trying to do something nice, and someone just follows you around.